it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers, and I am here to plan the week of August 15th in my A5 Daily Duo ring agenda. So this is going to be a little bit new, and it's also been a little bit since I planned in the Daily Duo, so we'll see how this goes. Before I start, I actually have like a few announcements, housekeeping kind of things. I don't know that I've ever done this on YouTube before, but number one is you might remember that FedEx lost my Erin Condren launch day order, and it has now mysteriously showed up, and I already replaced all of the planners that I had ordered, so I have a bunch of Erin Condren planners that I am not going to use, and I will be doing a giveaway in my Facebook group. So definitely go join my Facebook group if you're not there. I don't know for sure what day it'll be going up because this week is kind of busy, but it'll be up sometime in the next week. I'll be putting up a giveaway for several planners. So if you're interested in that, join my Facebook group. Also, I've been meaning for a while to do a Q&A because it's been about a year since I did one. I got some questions on Instagram last week, and I will be filming that later this week. So if you have any questions for the Q&A, you can just leave them in the comments below and I will answer those. And I think that that's everything. I guess the other thing too is I have like a little mini haul to show here. So switching to the A5 ring agenda, I wanted to get some new accessories. So the first thing is, you'll see I'm playing around in this planner. So I got this for habits instead of, I used to print my habits in the box that goes here. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna try using this bookmark for the habits. So I got this. I also got some blank paper, so I need to put this in the back. So this just makes it nice to have lined notes pages in the back of the planner. And obviously you could print this out and make your own, but I just love the Erin Condren paper, so I really wanted these. And I also, oops, I'm losing stickers. Having sticky notes is always essential. I love the snap and sticky notes. I use them all the time. Sticky notes are like a thing that I use to plan with every day. So when I saw that they had these that were designed to go in the ring agenda, I wanted to get them as well. So I got a few things to add to the ring agenda. And it is really nice to be able to take the pages out to be able to plan on. So let's start with, and again, it's been a while since I've used the Daily Duo, so we're gonna see how this goes. I also am gonna change up a few things. I do start school this week, so I am using the back to school kit. So I've got a bunch of different sheets here, both from the Daily Duo kit and the regular weekly kit, and I'll show you what I'm thinking about doing. So the first thing is for the weekly overview kind of sheet. What I want to use this for is a brain dump, essentially. For me, I feel like if I used like one of the weekly overview kits, that it would be a little redundant. Let's see. And I don't know that I would look at it that much, but I always have like a notepad out in front of me when I'm working to just write down random things that pop into my head. But one problem is I don't always, I'll have a different notepad at work and at home, and things don't always get transferred over between the two. So, and things don't always get done. Now that said, a lot of it is, if you're like me, the most random things pop into your head while you're working and trying to get things done, and they don't all actually need to get done. So a lot of it is just getting it out of my head. Like, you don't need to go look up this thing online, just keep working. But I want to have this as kind of a brain dump, and I meant to make some brain dump scripts to put up here, but I forgot to do that, so that'll be fine. So I'm going to try just using some of these stickers from the journaling kit. I've seen a few people use this to do a really cute weekly overview, to use this sheet, because then you can use the Monday through Sunday to put here and plan out the week. So I have seen people do some really cute things with this to make their own weekly overview. So do I want anything else on here? I mean, I think that's kind of all that I want. So I just have, now it's set up to be a little bit cute, and I will think about maybe what other stickers on this page I could use. So this will be my brain dump. Then, like I normally do, it is a little weird going back to the Daily Duo. I'm going to start by going through and setting up kind of the base for all the days, and then I'll go through and fill things in day by day. So let's start here, and I'm sorry, I'm checking. It's weird doing the these loose pages too, so I have to keep checking to make sure I'm in frame and I know what I'm doing here. So anyway, so this week is back to school, and I'm actually filming this on Monday afternoon. the end of last week got pretty busy with things that I needed to take care of for classes starting, and then the weekend got pretty busy as well. I guess we had a few things going on. I was helping Brian with a couple house projects where he needed a second person, and one of them took way longer than we both expected, but it involved staining stuff, so it was kind of one where you get started and you're not going to stop in the middle. The other thing too, I told you all that I'd been helping my mom with her social media, and the other thing I helped her with this weekend that took longer than I anticipated was helping my mom set up an Etsy shop. So I mentioned before, she is teaching a lot of quilt classes, and she's written up all kinds of patterns and tutorials and stuff that she teaches in her classes. And I was like, Mom, you've done most of the work on these already, that you've put in so much work to just get these like written up. You should make an Etsy shop where you just sell your patterns, because that's not very hard to do once you get it set up to do digital downloads. So she had wanted help getting that set up, and she had a deadline for a presentation she was doing where it was going to, she wanted to get it ready before a presentation. So I helped her get her Etsy shop set up, which was really fun to do. And again, I'm so proud of my mom for trying new things in retirement. But anyway, yeah, the weekend just flew by, and I'm definitely already starting to feel like, oh yeah, I have a lot less time during the school year than I do during the summer. So summer is very nice for that reason. The other exciting thing that's been going on is, I actually don't know if I've mentioned this on YouTube, but my sister is also pregnant, and we have been on baby watch with her. So she has, I feel really bad for her because she's been having contractions for weeks now, and they're like real contractions, not Braxton Hicks, and she's gone to the hospital a few times, and it's been a whole thing. So we are eagerly awaiting her baby being born, but it's kind of, we have no idea when it's going to happen. So she's, I guess today she'd be 37 weeks and 2 days. So definitely a safe time for the baby to be born, but I feel bad for her because she's just ready to be done with this, and her baby is not making it very clear when she's gonna be ready to come out. So so lots of texts and waiting and trying to figure out what's going on there. So one thing I'm going to try doing differently, since I'm not going to put my habits down here in the bottom boxes, instead of grabbing those bottom boxes, I grabbed the full boxes instead. And I'm going to try putting these down at the bottom just for something kind of decorative and fun and different. And then I was thinking that next to this or around it, I can like write something that I read in my devotions that morning and have that to look at the rest of the day. Although now that I look at it, there's not a ton of space, so we'll see how that goes. But I thought putting the full boxes in there would be something kind of different to do. The other thing, I read a really good book last week, and the thing that's funny is, so I'll tell you first, I guess the book is Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, and I've read several of her other books, and we were at my in-laws last weekend, and that's when I had started reading it, and my sister-in-law like picked up the book and read the synopsis on the inside cover, and she's like, I don't even know what this book is about after reading that synopsis. And it was one where, like, the same thing, I had the book recommended to me, so that's why I was reading it, but you read the synopsis and you're like, this doesn't make sense, what is this book about? But the book is so good, and I understand why it's a book that you cannot really write a synopsis about without spoiling it. And it was so good how it all came together, like so satisfying. And I told Brian the plot of it when I was finished, because he's not going to read the book. And Brian was like, yeah, I would watch a movie of that. That sounds really good. But it's one of those books where like it's just the construction of it is so satisfying and so clever. And it weaves together a bunch of different stories in a really, really interesting way. And the payoff and explanation at the end are very satisfying. So I would highly recommend Sea of Tranquility. But yeah, like if you read a synopsis of it, you might not know what you're getting into. It might not make a lot of sense. What was it? Oh, the other thing I was going to say about that was before I read it, I had just, like, the book I read right before it was another book by the author, her book before it, The Glass Hotel, which was also really good. But I'll interrupt here to say on Wednesdays are going to be my busy day, and I'm not going to have any time to do Fern Creek stuff. So I'm not going to put Fern Creek Divider down on that day because it's just not going to happen. So anyway, but the thing that was kind of cool was there were characters from the Glass Hotel that she wove into Sea of Tranquility, but it's not like a sequel. They're just kind of, it's just kind of a like nod to like these people live in the same universe, and the way that it happened was really cool. I thought it was just a cool bit of writing, so I really liked that. And the next book you'll see, I need to go to the library tomorrow because Sea of Tranquility is due, and I need to get another book on hold. And the next book I'm gonna read is Firefly Lane, and I watched the series on Netflix like, I don't know, a month ago. I know it came out a while ago, but I guess by a while ago I mean like a year ago. So it's been out for a while, but I really, really liked the Netflix series, and I really like anything that I've read by Kristen Hanna, so I am looking forward to reading Firefly Lane. Okay, full boxes. As always, I'm like losing my stickers. Everything's getting all over the place. So back to school stuff. That is the big thing that is happening with me right now. So we have classes start tomorrow on Tuesday, but I'm teaching Monday, Wednesday, Friday this semester, so I don't teach until Wednesday, which is good because tomorrow I still need like one more day to finish pulling everything together. I made a lot of progress. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, but I made a lot of progress this afternoon, which was really good. So I feel good about getting everything done tomorrow that I need to do to finish up. But at this point, it's kind of, you know, like finalizing my syllabi, which I generally have done, but I noticed today, because I was consulting one of the syllabi for, like, I had questions about how I decided to do things, and I realized, like, in one place I had the percentages, the assignments weighted one way, and another place they were weighted another way. So I just have to go back and do all that kind of cleanup stuff, and I have to finish getting things on our, well, actually, I think for one class I'm done putting things on our course management system. The other one I've got a little bit more work to do to get everything up there, but I've made pretty good progress, so I'm feeling good about that. And for one of my classes, I wanted to add a lot more readings or a lot of new readings, and that was something I taught the class in the spring, and I had a couple students that were like, they were really good about pushing me about some of the readings that I was having, and you know, some of them being a little bit old, or the class focuses on work, and most of the readings I have focused on white collar workers, and so looking more at people in other industries and other types of jobs. So I'm really pleased with the new readings I found, and that's the kind of work that, like, in a few years I'll need to update things again, but this will be good for a few years now to have these readings all updated, so definitely worth it. And I had, on Wednesday this past week, I went into the office for the day, and a big part of what I did was just scanned readings, which is always a little terrifying. If any of you have this too, where you have a copier where you can scan to email, and I'm scanning all these like 30-page long things, but I'm like taking it on faith that this is actually getting scanned, and I will have it when I go back to my office. I was so eager to finish putting down the date headers that I just totally skipped over doing this other stuff. Last Friday we had all of our back to school meetings, so we always have a day where we just have a whole bunch of meetings for different groups of people, and it's not the most exciting thing, but I do appreciate in general we have a culture of let's not have more meetings than we need to have, which I think everyone can appreciate. So I have friends who in their department, they have a faculty meeting every Friday afternoon, which, first of all, Friday afternoon is bad timing, and then also like every week is excessive, and we only have faculty meetings at the start of the semester. So a day of a lot of meetings I can definitely put up with. And I understand that it's stuff that, like, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, could be an email, but it's also, you need to make sure that people actually read the stuff and paid attention to it. And if you just emailed it, some people would not get the memo, so you've got to have a meeting. So I definitely get that, and am overall very grateful that I do not have a ton of meetings, because Brian, when I first started dating Brian, he like never had any meetings. It was like exciting when he had a meeting, and now he spends most of his day in meetings, and it's like he'll send me his screenshot of his Outlook calendar, and it'll be like, you know, 6-7 hours a day just spent in meetings. And it's like, how are you supposed to get any work done? Also, I'm looking at my scripts here. I'm positive that I pulled out 7 home scripts, but I do not see what happened to them. Oh, I do see what happened to them. They got pulled off onto the back of this other sheet of stickers. That is what happened. And then today, you'll see, this morning I was on campus because I was doing grad orientation for our new grad students. So again, kind of beginning of the semester meetings, but fortunately my life is not spent in too many meetings overall. And doing the grad student orientation is something, well, I guess I'm always excited to meet the grad students because I've been working with a lot of them and talking with them and having Zoom meetings for months at this point. So it's exciting to finally meet them, but I guess it is a little weird because, you know, it's just everybody's kind of shy and awkward the first day. So breaking the ice is a little challenging. All right, so I've got my base laid down. I don't think I forgot anything. So now I will go through and fill in the day by day. I'm gonna wait and do my to-dos at the end. I do think it's interesting sometimes to like see the to-dos and kind of how I break things down, but I also feel like maybe it's not that exciting all the time. So I'll probably do a mix of like, sometimes I'll put them in on camera and sometimes I will speed through them. So I'm putting my scripts up here so I don't forget about them. So let's start going through day by day. So I'll start with putting in my workouts here. And so I'm still gonna use, I don't mind using the like 1.5 inch wide stickers in the Daily Duo. I did grab more of these than I usually did because I think I'm gonna try to, for like scheduled stuff, put them in on the big boxes, but stuff like this, I really like being able to check that off. I think you all know that I like checking stuff off, so it's nice to have those in there. And then today I had the grad orientation. Let's see, and I'm looking to see if there's a doodle that I can use for that. I don't know if there's really anything that's very good for a meeting. I could use a computer, but it was in person, so I guess I won't do that. So grad orientation, and that was for a while. And that's the only scheduled thing today. The other thing I'm realizing now is that I don't have any knife and fork stickers, which I guess they're on, I did put them, they're on the sheet A for the Daily Duo kit. So I'll just need to grab one of those next time. So I will instead, I'll use one of these to mark dinner, but I'll need to, I didn't think I needed anything on there. So tonight for dinner, we are going to have pesto pasta. We've got a basil plant that is doing very well, so definitely want to take advantage of that. Then Tuesday, so on Tuesday, I'm going to do a reorientation for the returning grad students, and that will be on Zoom. So I feel like I can use my laptop sticker. So this is just to tell the returning grad students what they have to do this year, because the second year is really different than the first year. So just getting everyone on the same page. And then I have a doctor's appointment at 1. And there are scripts and doodles for this. I feel like I'm starting to figure out where everything is on this sheet. But now, after I say that, I'm gonna be like, okay, where is the doctor appointment script? Where are you? And you're probably all watching this and like yelling at me through the screen that it's very obvious where it is. And then I will want to, try to figure out which color to use here. I want to go to the library on my way home to pick up my hold and also return a book that was due today, but that's okay. And then dinner. We'll have pesto pasta again. All right, so that is Tuesday. The other thing that I have to be careful about is my workouts are switching days now, and I will probably mess that up at some point. But days that I'm on campus, I walk a lot. So it is definitely good to have my walking days on the days that I am not going to campus, because I get in a lot of steps, especially because I'm teaching in a kind of far away building this semester. And I teach at 1 and 11, which I guess you're gonna see right now. So I'll just bring my lunch with me and stay in there. There's a nice place to sit. And actually, we just got an email that they put like a faculty lounge in well, in my head it's in that building, but actually it might not be. I should see where the faculty lounge is. But if the faculty lounge is in that building, then I'll go sit there and eat my lunch in between classes. So teach at 11 and 1, and these are both 50-minute classes. And then office hours, I've got to look at my sticky note to remember what time I said my office hours were going to be. Okay, so they are from 2 to 3:15. Okay, I need to be careful here to get these stickers stuck down right next to each other. Okay, so then those will go just a little bit longer. And then I have Bible study. So you can see, yeah, Wednesdays are my busy day, and they're even gonna get busier starting next week, because I still am gonna have book club on Wednesdays, but it'll be after Bible study. So it's gonna be busy days. So that's why you can see I'm not gonna have time to do anything for Fern Creek on Wednesdays. So Bible study, and I will use, since it is a Bible journaling Bible study, I will add the pencil. I feel like that's appropriate. And I will go to game night this week, but then this will probably be the last week, where I think definitely, because I know that I'm going to be getting pretty tired with everything I'm going to be doing, and especially with having book club on Wednesdays as well. I think I will be too worn out for game night on Wednesdays, but we'll still have Saturday game nights most weekends, so that will be good. So, game night, and need to make sure to order pizza. Alright, so that is the plan for Wednesday. Then Thursday, I have a meeting at 9. That's so weird. Sorry, the sticker is, that's really weird. I have like ghosting from a sticker on there, and I don't know how that happened. That is really weird. I've never seen that happen before. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. That's really strange. It's like the ink rubbed off on there. Anyway, I have a meeting, and this is another Zoom meeting, so I will grab the laptop. So I have to do FERPA training, which if you work in education, you are probably familiar with FERPA. The thing that's weird is since I've been here, I've never had to do any FERPA training, but they're changing one of our systems, and so now for my administrative role, I'm gonna see the same information I can see now, but I'm accessing it through a different system, so I have to do FERPA training. But it's kind of weird that at my grad school, we had to do FERPA training every year. And it's kind of weird that I haven't ever had to do any here, because it's not a bad thing to, you know, make sure you're handling private information properly. And we will have burgers for dinner. Then Friday. Of scripts here. Good thing I've got plenty of room in my hand. Getting my workouts there. And I'm not gonna have office, so my office hours are just gonna be on Monday and Wednesday. And see here, I am like these 1 hour ones, I have already run out of just grabbing those two. So fortunately I did grab one of the two-tone labels as well, so I can use those, but nobody comes to office hours on Fridays, so it just makes more sense to have them on the days that people are more likely to come. That said, I really want my students to come to office hours. I like beg them to come to office hours, and they don't, but oh well, I get stuff done. So I'll have class at 11 and at 1, no office hours. Oh, and then I do have a meeting. You know, this is a lot of meetings for me in 1 week, but it's, you know, back to school, all kinds of stuff that has to get taken care of. And now I'm out of computers. This is another Zoom meeting, but that's okay. So got that meeting, and then I will I'll go to the grocery store on my way home on Fridays. I don't know what time that'll actually be. Yeah, I can move that sticker if need be. So use the grocery bag sticker and then put that script down there. And then I guess I should put down on Friday night, Danielle is gonna stay for dinner, so we'll have dinner a little bit earlier, and I'll use this. Okay, and then I got you mixed up. All right, so Saturday will be walking and Sunday will be yoga. Oh, I already have that down there. And so let's see, on Saturday I have a virtual baby shower for a friend from grad school. And I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I do stuff like this is where I'm really glad, because I never would have gone to a virtual baby shower before COVID happened. I'm like, I'm not glad for COVID, but I also, I was thinking about how I also need to weed on Saturday, and I put a lawnmower down for the baby shower. That is not what I wanted. How about some balloons? I think that's better for a baby shower. So anyway, not grateful for COVID, but grateful that things like a virtual baby shower, I don't think I would have done. And I've gone to a few virtual baby showers for friends from grad school who I wouldn't have been able to celebrate with otherwise, and it's really fun. So, and some of the virtual baby showers I've gone to have actually been like really well planned and a lot of fun. So I've got that, and then I will do some weeding on Saturday morning. I made really good progress this last weekend because it was actually cooler and the ground was really wet, so it was a lot easier to weed. But this is yeah, this area, it looks really pretty, but it's got a lot of work ahead of it still. And then we'll probably have a game night. Dinner is up in the air since I'll go grocery shopping on Friday. Saturday and Sunday dinners will get added later. And then the last thing will be church on Sunday. And where did my script sheet go? Because there's a church script on there. Here we go. And then actually, you know what, since I've got all this room in the Daily Duo now, I might as well put down that Sunday is laundry day. I would rather do laundry on Saturday, but Brian does not have a ton of clothes, so he needs to wait he needs to like get all of his clothes worn before they get washed for the rest of the week, which I understand. So, and we used to do our own laundry, which I guess seemed kind of counterproductive, but then work has been a mess for him. So I am very happy to do laundry for both of us, but put laundry in for Sunday. So now I'm gonna go through, this is already a very long video, so I will go through and speed you up as I write in my to-dos for the week. So that is my week. I think that things turned out really nice. It does feel good to be back in the Daily Duo, and I think I will appreciate having a lot more space coming up. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I apologize if it's a little on the long side, but I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Bye everyone.